When you're using AI to trying to beat up with everyone else around you, trying to be perfect, trying to be polished, trying to fit in a certain kind of image, in the end, I'm gonna tell you that you lose yourself, you lose your personality, and that's exactly where people get inspired by and why they follow you. I went from extreme anorexia to recover to building my own business to be a support for others. In here, I share my tips, experience, inspiration for life, confidence, entrepreneurship, and feeling worthy again. I do have to say that I fell in the trap, or not, it's not a trap because AI is such a tool that gives you a lot of structure and a lot of possibilities, but that I felt like I had to beat up with everyone around me. But for a certain period of time, I also noticed that I could easily see within just the words or the structure that people were creating their scripts and talking to the camera that they used AI. The same words, the same messages, the same type of, yeah, the same vibe within our words. And I felt like, no, I don't want to beat up with these kind of people. I just want to be myself. And that's also why I reached out to my YouTube channel again, because I felt that on other social media platforms, everything was too polished, everything was too perfect. And I just want to be authentic and myself and share with you that you are the most valuable when you show up with your stumbling words, when you show up imperfect, when you show up just the way you are, because no one out there is perfect, and there is such no perfect image. That's such a thing that you believe, or an image that you get implemented from someone else based on their judgments about life on you. And it's not that I don't use AI at all. I use it most of the time for checking my grammar mistakes because I'm a Dutch girl, and yeah, sometimes I'm still doubting about my English words. So then I just use my script and I write down all my script. I place it in ChatGPT or in Claude and I ask him like, hey, can you please look over my script and just, yeah, get out the grammar mistakes and make it in a structure that I feel like my message is coming across. And then even sometimes I see that when I just batch that into the system, it's giving me a text with more words than I used, and then I just do it again. Hey, I don't want you to add more words to that. I just want you to correct my script because the version that you give me is not mine. And I think that's really important when you're using AI, and even when you're putting your own script in there, when you're using it for your scripts, know that it's always going to give you something based on that system. And it's always going to add other words and other sentences and his own structure in there based on what he or she, yeah, I don't know how you see the system, what it knows about you and about using itself. Because when you compare it all together, it's a system. It's a system based on certain kind of rules, on certain kind of systems in a device, in a computer, in an online space. And the system never can beat up to who you are as a person. A system can never beat up to being as authentic with your stumbling words as you are yourself. And how I often see it happen is that I love to listen to people talking to camera. That's also why I do this. But I also see it when people use Telegram or they have something behind their phone with a script in there. And I feel like you're just looking through the lens. You're not looking at me. You're not just speaking to me. You're speaking to something else, to trying to be perfect, trying to read the script, trying to read the message. That message doesn't come across because I'm not feeling like I'm part of the audience. I'm feeling like I'm just watching from way down the line. It's not how I want to make you feel when you're listening to me. I want you to feel like I'm really speaking to you. I'm giving you your self worth, your power, giving you my knowledge, my experience, and showing you that you don't have to fit in a certain kind of image, only in the image that you create yourself and not based on rules or limitations or others' opinions, but really the vision and the person that you have in mind and that you want to become. What I sometimes do is that when I make mistakes within my grammar, sometimes I just post it and I'm like, okay, yeah, here you have a grammar mistake. It's not perfect, but it's real. And some people feel like, yeah, but if you're making mistakes, then I don't want to be coached by you because you're making mistakes. But isn't it just strong to make mistakes and then just move forward with it and don't carry it at all because you know that your message will come across. If you're trying to perfectionize everything that you do, you waste so much time that you could have spent on things that truly valuable your life and your future. So sometimes I do let a mistake be there and I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a grammar mistake in there. Then I placed two with two O's instead of one. I left a point away that there had to be a point to split two sentences. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's what it is. I'm just sharing it with you. And yeah, if you get my message or not, it's there. And tomorrow's another day. So one last question that I want you to reflect on after listening to all my experience and how I use AI or not use AI, and how I feel like authenticity is the key to really spread your message, is that you need to sit with yourself and ask yourself like, hey, why do I want to be perfect? Why do I want to fit in that certain kind of image? Why do I want to polish everything till I feel that I can reach out to other people? Why do you have to place your standards so high for yourself? Because there's a limiting belief within yourself that you're not trusting yourself enough about getting your message across to other people when it's not perfect, when it's not all based on certain kind of rules and limitations that you beat up for yourself. The only thing that you need to trust is who you truly are, and have trust within your message, and have trust in the fact that the way you show up is exactly the way that people want to hear from you, that people want to see from you, and that people value the most. So, how you show up in no other way as yourself is not getting your message across. How you show up as being your authentic self, while stumbling over your words, by making mistakes, by not being perfect at all, is exactly how you get your message across. Know your worth of making mistakes. Know your worth of being imperfect. Know your worth more than trying to fit into a certain kind of image. That's exactly also what I give back to the team, to the people I coach, to the people I have conversations with, because I know that a lot of people out there were where I was, that I tried to be everyone's best friend, to be polished, to be perfect, but it kept me stuck within an eating disorder, and I didn't want to fit into that certain kind of image anymore. I just wanted to be myself, spread my message, and sharing my experience. So if you want to learn more about my mentorship, how to build an online business based on who you are as a person, a step into that leadership and self-worth that you're worthy of feeling about, just book a call with me. I will place the link of my calendar in the description box, or you can message me just on my Instagram page. I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and I got to see you in the next one.